The Woolworth Community Library is a proud supporter of the Jal Panthers. They are excited to have their kids back into schools and in sports, all while staying safe. The Woolworth Library staff encourages you to swing by the library and check out all of the cool stuff just for kids. Great reads for all ages. Call 575-395-3268 for library hours and online resources. The Woolworth Library, a proud supporter of Lee County Athletics.
Panther Energy is excited for the Jal Panthers and proud of all the Jal students' great success this year. Panther Energy is your one stop for construction, dirt work, and environmental remediation. Panther Energy, 1179 South 3rd Street in Jal, or call 575-395-2654, 575-395-2654 for more information. Panther Energy, a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics.
Mamacitas in Jal has a broad selection of specials. Try the Mexican food, asado, tamales, enchiladas, and so much more. At Mamacitas, you can have it all. Mexican food, donuts, and a steamy cup of coffee at the coffee shop. Mamacitas has authentic Mexican food from the heart of good old Jal, New Mexico. Mamacitas, 301 South Main in Jal, is a proud supporter of the Jal community. The staff of the Jal Public School District is proud of their Jal Panthers. Those late practices, hard work, and dedication paid off. Go Panthers! Jal schools have continually provided a quality education and safe environment for the students. Jal Public School System is on the move. Are you ready? Jal Public Schools, another proud sponsor of all Lee County athletics and academics.
Welcome to Jal Panther football right here on the Jal Panther Sports Network. I am Ron Gunner. Thank you much for being here. As we get into this pre-evening, it's going to be a pretty good game against this Centennial Hawks JV game. We are here at Centennial High School, as you can see, the home of the Hawks. And instead of being at the Field of Dreams, we are at the school itself. Now, it has been a little while since Jal has come up here to play them, but we will talk about that in a moment, as this Centennial JV Hawks team has a record of 1-2 with 1-4 for the season, and they have their lone victory right here against Artesia. It was 25-7. That was, of course, back in September 13th. So to kind of cap what they have been doing so far this season, they've been doing a lot of 6A squads for the JV. Of course, they are JV themselves, 6A. Started the season with a 49-14 loss against the Las Cruces Bulldogs. Of course, that is JV. And then after that, they had Cleveland, also the JV squad. That was here, and that score was 32-0. And after that, played Los Lunas JV, also here. Final score was close, but did not get the victory. It was 20-16 was the final, with the Hawks on the losing end. And again, Artesia came in here as well on the 13th and won that game 25-7 against the Artesia squad. I do believe that was actually the JV squad as well. Roswell came in after that later on before this game and won against this JV squad of Centennial. Final score was 28-7. Their one more game after this is going to be against Alamogordo, and I actually saw the Alamogordo bus. So they were heading up here too. They may be facing another squad. Not sure exactly, didn't look at their schedule, but nevertheless, though, Jal is ready, looks like, as they are warming up. And we are warming up as well. Thank you much for being here. Max on the camera, me on the play-by-play. That is Ron Gunter, for those who don't know, and that is including me sometimes. And definitely going to be taking care of the score as well, so don't have to worry about that. So we came all the way up here just to make sure that we get this game going and on the air. So far, so good, right? As we have unsure about the roster for the JV squad. They do not put this out, and whenever trying to ask for a roster, I cannot get one. So what I did was I just took the varsity team, took out all the seniors, and hope that they have wearing the same number as they do for varsity as they do for JV. Nevertheless, so once again, 2,269 miles away from Jal is what we're all right now. And don't know the name of the head coach, but I do know this. from Coach Satterwhite. He says that they have a spread offense. They like to throw the ball at least 50% of the time. And this is a young team, too. They have sophomores and freshmen and a couple of juniors. So it'll be interesting to see as they have some growing pains. Of course, Jal does, too, as they have been going through some trouble with injuries. You know, Ornalis has been injured, but last week came back and had a good game. We'll talk about that in a moment. And as well as all the other players on that team. And I think they did a great job last week. And, of course, Satterwhite agreed with that. He said that was one of their best defensive games of this season. But again, actually, I think that we will start talking about the Panthers, because technically there's not a whole lot to talk to you about for this Centennial squad. At least couldn't find anything anyway. Again, though, did find out that they are 1-4, 1-2 at home, and do have the spread offense. So expecting to see maybe a lot more passes. Trying to see if they can get it down the field. But for Jal, this is their third game in a row against the Centennial Hawks JV squad, and they are trying to get 3 in a row wins, that is, against this team, going back to 2023. And that was a final of, actually, it was at halftime, Jal was in the lead 28-8 after having 6 in the first and 22 points scored in the second quarter. Held Centennial to just 8 points. And that was right here back in 2023. Ended up strong in the third quarter for Jal with 14-6 over these Hawks. And were blanked 14-0 in the fourth quarter, but held on to a 42-28 win against them. And last year it was Centennial going to Jal, and it was Nombart Cervantes with a 30-yard rushing touchdown along with a 42-yard pick. 6 in the third quarter, and that gave Jal their victory. It was a final score of 47-28, so almost the same as it was the year before, as Jal had scored 14 points in the first, 12 in the second, got a 26-14 halftime lead, held on with a third quarter 21-7 rally, and that pretty much gave them 47 points, and Centennial scored one more touchdown in the fourth quarter, but not enough to overcome, once again, 47-28. Last week was a really good defensive stand for this team as they faced Tularosa in their first district game. Second for Jal, and they are 1-1 in district right now, as it was Ornalis who was able to score first in the second quarter, just as it just about started after that kick return. Well, no, actually not a kick return. It was a punt that didn't go anywhere because the punter couldn't get the ball in time, ran with it, couldn't get the first down, and Jal got excellent field position, was able to get down the field and be able to get that score just as the second quarter started with an 8-yard run for Ornalis. And with the extra point, the PAT, it was 7-0. The second quarter, that was when Tularosa made a score. Near the end of the first half, it was 7-6 for the first half score. And second half saw just one score. That was Ornalis. Took it in 28 yards for the run. It was 5:56 to go in the third quarter. No scoring in the fourth. And with the missed PAT, it was 13-6 was the final. And also let you know or tell you that, yes, once again, they controlled the ball in the first quarter and controlled the clock as well. And that's one of the reasons why they had such a great first quarter and first half as well. And again, it was the best effort defensively of the season by Coach Satterwhite. In fact, they only gave up 78 total yards, both for the running and for the passing, against this Wildcat team. Meanwhile, they racked up 318 yards total in the game. 268 of it was on the ground. In fact, 150 of it was from Lujan off of 22 carries. And it seemed like the offensive line for Jal was doing a great job in opening up those holes. Not every single run was a 10-yarder or more, but they had quite more 10-yard runs plus than they did short hauls. And again, 150 yards for Zane Lujan. And Ornalis, you know, he had those 2 touchdowns with his legs, and he did a really good job as well getting up the field with the rushing. In fact, he had 76 yards total. See over there as the team makes their final preparations. We will go ahead and take a break as well. Right now, let's see, it is about 10 minutes away from kickoff. And we will be back in a moment as we continue coverage right here. You're watching it on the Jal Sports Network.
Iron Horse Sports Grill is now open. Burgers, wings, steaks, salads, pastas, oysters, and tons more, all delish. Check out their full online menu on Facebook under Iron Horse Sports Grill. Open Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Saturday from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. For takeout orders, just call 395-2109. That's 395-2109. Iron Horse Sports Grill, a taste you'll remember. 204 East Kansas Avenue.
For over 25 years, Eunice Pump and Supply has been more than just a business. They've been a part of the heartbeat of Eunice. From the oil fields to the classrooms, Eunice Pump and Supply is all in backing the athletes, cheering on scholars, and investing in the future of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply takes pride in their hard-working team, their dedication to excellence, and most of all, the youth. Visit Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, and now proudly serving Lovington at 321 North Main. Your hometown partner and a proud supporter of Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, local, loyal, and proud to serve.
The staff of the Jal Public School District is proud of their Jal Panthers. Those late practices, hard work, and dedication paid off. Go Panthers! Jal schools have continually provided a quality education and safe environment for the students. Jal Public School System is on the move. Are you ready? Jal Public Schools, another proud sponsor of all Lee County athletics and academics. Mamacitas in Jal has a broad selection of specials. Try the Mexican food, asado, tamales, enchiladas, and so much more. At Mamacitas, you can have it all. Mexican food, donuts, and a steamy cup of coffee at the coffee shop. Mamacitas has authentic Mexican food from the heart of good old Jal, New Mexico. Mamacitas, 301 South Main in Jal, is a proud supporter of the Jal community.
All right, we are back. And, you know, the most important thing about this game right now is trying to get another victory. They've got 2 victories on the road already with Van Horn as well as Tularosa. I was talking about last week. And this one, back-to-back road games, first time this season. And it will be a non-district, so kind of a break for them and also kind of a test to see how their team is standing against. They did fall to Texaco just a couple weeks ago, and then Tularosa were able to beat them and get them their first defeat of the district season. So once again, like I said, this is kind of a test to see where the team needs to fix anything at all, I believe anyway. And I think they've been playing pretty well against this Centennial team. 1-4 once again is the record for Centennial, while Jal comes in with a 3-4 record. If they get this victory, they will go to 500. That's something they would love as well. Still be 1-1. They're already 500 on the district. Still have 2 more games. Next week will be senior night, as it is the Loving Falcons coming to Jal and the Panther Stadium. And then after that, just a short trip down to the north for the Eunice Cardinals as they play them. Eunice is going to be tough because actually Loving was pretty good too until recently. Something has happened to them. They've lost a couple in a row and do not look as they are as strong as they were at the beginning of the season. In fact, they lost to Eunice earlier this season as well, and it was a lopsided loss against that strong Cardinal team. But again, last 2 games will be senior night next week, and that'll be next Friday, of course, for Jal as they face the Loving Falcons. We'll have the ceremonies probably before, but never know exactly. For the seniors, of course, we'll honor them, and the last game will be against Eunice and the Cardinals. And I have a feeling this team will be able to eke into the playoffs, and just depends on where they're at. If they can get at least 2 more victories today and next week against Loving, and maybe even get one against, it's not impossible to say that they could not beat Eunice. It's just not going to be an easy task, that's for sure, especially at Cardinal Stadium. Well, we are here again at Centennial High School, home of the Hawks, and definitely going to make sure we get our coverage to you for this fun game between a 6A JV squad and a 2A varsity team. And it's just amazing. I remember a couple years ago I was watching the either the highlights or the game, and I thought, wow, they are killing it on the Centennial team. And I think it's just a matter of maybe some youth or inexperience. And I know that this JAL squad with Satterwhite at coach is going to make sure that they get some great experience in this, and hoping that there's no more injuries with Ornelas, Zayden Lujan, even David Navarrete, and all the other players, especially the O-line. They did a great job last week, as well as the D-line, being able to stop two, not one, but two red zone drives that could have been touchdowns easily and would have won the game for Tula Rosso. But instead, they held them down to no scores on both drives. And I know that Satterwhite was happy. Then they were able to drive from 9 yards all the way over to the side and run out the clock and assure themselves a victory. 13 to 7, or 13 to 6 once again was that score for the victory. Let's see what we've got as far as time. About 4 minutes or so. Let's go ahead and take another break. Actually, let's go ahead and thank our sponsors, without whom we would not be able to put these games on the air and definitely get us out here to do them live as well. There's Ronallis and all the other players that are going to be playing for us, as we're going to get the coin toss here in just a moment or two as the captains are lining up. Now let's see. Actually, let's get the captains here. We've got Ornelas, of course, Gaetan, David. Also seeing the number Hector Barrera, center. And, of course, Zayden Lujan out there, your four captains. Going to go out there in a moment to call that coin toss, because it is the on to the visiting team who calls that. Once again, our sponsors, Woolworth Community Library, El Reconcito, Enchiladas, Mamacitas, EP&S, Iron Horse Sports Grill, Jal Public Schools, Lasco Construction, and Panther Energy, as you see at the banner below the screen. So we're going to take a moment, get the call for the coin toss. Be back in a moment as we continue coverage right here on the Jal Sports Network. It is also on HobbsAmerica.com and YouTube.
The Woolworth Community Library is a proud supporter of the Jal Panthers. They are excited to have their kids back into schools and in sports, all while staying safe. The Woolworth Library staff encourages you to swing by the library and check out all of the cool stuff just for kids. Great reads for all ages. Call 575-395-3268 for library hours and online resources. The Woolworth Library, a proud supporter of Lee County Athletics.
Panther Energy is excited for the Jal Panthers and proud of all the Jal students' great success this year. Panther Energy is your one stop for construction, dirt work, and environmental remediation. Panther Energy, 1179 South 3rd Street in Jal, or call 575-395-2654, 575-395-2654 for more information. Panther Energy, a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics.
Mamacitas in Jal has a broad selection of specials. Try the Mexican food, asado, tamales, enchiladas, and so much more. At Mamacitas, you can have it all. Mexican food, donuts, and a steamy cup of coffee at the coffee shop. Mamacitas has authentic Mexican food from the heart of good old Jal, New Mexico. Mamacitas, 301 South Main in Jal, is a proud supporter of the Jal community.
All right, as we clear up the distinction, I know that Centennial won, or therefore Jal lost the coin toss, and trying to find out who's going to get the ball and which side each team was going to be on. It looks like maybe Jal is going to be going from south to north. See, that's behind me. That's to the west. That's north. So, yes, south to north. And did not get the indicator, so we will find out when the kickoff happens, which will be here in just a moment or two. But I do know that Centennial did win the coin toss because Jal lost, but that is going to be the only thing they lose tonight, right? Or this pre-evening, as it is still in the afternoon. Some people like to call it pre-evening. let's see if that catches on. So let's go ahead and let's see, how much time would we have left before this kickoff goes? Got about 30 seconds or so, maybe a minute. So let's go ahead and continue on. As looks like all the players are ready to go, and no injuries that I can see. Anyway, no key injuries. Now there is, let's see, Jaden Maldonado. He is not suited up, but he hasn't been for a while, and he is, of course, just a freshman. So no big deal about him. He will be here next season and a couple of seasons after that. So definitely going to see some action on the sideline, get some more playing experience, not playing-wise, but at least seeing-wise, and understand what to do and what not to do by the coaches as well as the players. And that's usually a good thing to do for the youth. Looks like they'll be kicking, if I'm not mistaken, but like I said, we'll find out here in a moment as they start to line up. Some nice weather out here, a little warm, but for this time of the year. Let's see. 79 degrees is what it shows, and it feels like 80 degrees as we have a nice little breeze at the back, about 10 miles per hour. It's a bit of a crosswind, so it should not cause too many problems as far as throwing. But I do believe it would surprise me a little bit if Jal comes out and tries to do a little bit of a spread offense, but I definitely know that Centennial will be coming out here and doing just that. Getting the offense going, whether they get it on their legs or in the air. That is going to happen, and of course we'll let you know as it does. And a nice little crowd here on both sides. There's only one side, so both fan bases come over here as we are getting underway. Now it looks like Jal will be getting the ball, so they will be receiving. That means Centennial will be getting the second half kickoff. But for right now, it is all about Jal getting the ball and seeing what they do with the offense first. So welcome everybody to Jal Sports here in Las Cruces. Centennial High is where we're at as the JV squad is about to get underway to kick off. And it looks like it is going to be MJ Freyes, the freshman, 6'1", 170 pounds. If that is MJ, he's going to be kicking off for the JV Hawks. People are still coming in, both sides, as we're about to get underway. Couple minutes late, but that's all right. Got some nice mountains in front of us, of course, the school. And the ref making sure that both sides have the right amount, 11 players on the field. And the line judge is coming out, though. So maybe a difference in, okay, so getting him to square up the ball. So there's the white cap over there near the goal line to the right. Still some questions. Can't see what is going on, but finally gave up the ball, and the rock will be set up for the kickoff. Finally going to get underway right here. And there's the whistle, and here we go. It's going to be hit across the ground and into the hands of David Gaetan, who gets about 15 yards roughly. Don't have an eagle eye on this one, but it is definitely going to be at the 39-yard line roughly to start this off. So once again, Jal 1st and 10 from the, well, basically the 40-yard line. So starting at the 40. All right, and it is going to be, we already have a stoppage of play. Do we have everything set up right? Some more hesitation. We're back underway. So familiar formation as Ornelas hands it off, and looks like it's going to be to Zayden Lujan. He's going to get a couple to start off with. Does get some positive yardage. And it's going to be about 3 to 4. Let's go with 2nd and 7. And there we go, underway. Clock running. Second and 7 for Jal as they hand it off to David Gaton, who's going to break it through and get more than 10. And he's still on his feet as he is tackled out of bounds on the other side. Looks like he went all the way to the 30-yard line. So that's going to be about a 20-yard run or more. Nevertheless, though, first down for the Jal Panthers. So let's see. That was... See where they officially have it at right there at the 30. So that's 7. That's 27 yards for that run for David. First down, Jal, first one of the game, and in territory for the Hawks. And already getting into the hands of Ornelas, who keeps it. I think that was a bit of a broken play, but looks like the Hawks have been able to stop him, but not before he gains a couple of yards. Not sure if that was supposed to, it looked kind of like he was supposed to hand that off, but nevertheless, he did take it on his own and ends up with 1 yard. I have to verify that on the other side, but definitely a 1 yard gain. 2nd and 9. 10:17 on the clock. Gaton gets it to Zayden Lujan once again, gets it around the right-hand side, and after getting a few more yards, looks like he is close to the first down. Not quite, though. Or maybe he did get the first down. Trying to look for the indicators. Oh, there they are. Nope, there it is, 3rd and 5, roughly. So he didn't get as many as I thought he did. 3rd and about 4 yards, so 5, 3rd and 5 for the Jal Panthers. Off that 4-yard run from Zayden Lujan. We've got, once again, formation, 2 in the back, 1 left, 1 right, and Ornelas. Going to go ahead and keep this one as he runs up the middle, gets 5 yards and more as he moves around, and looks like he's going to get enough for the first down as it is inside the red zone. Let's see if there's any flags or marking up. They did say first down indication. So that's the second first down of this first quarter and the game. Ornelas once again as they are down now to, let's see, about the 16-yard line roughly. Hard to see from this angle. Ornelas, shotgun, goes ahead and pitches that to the left to Zayden Lujan. Does get around to the left, and as you see, gets a good gain. Not enough for a first down, but definitely a nice run to start this thing off on the first down. And I can mark that off for about 3, so 2nd and 7. Once again, they're consistent anyway, getting those positive yardage. 2nd and 7. Actually, it could be even 6, so 4 yards. 2nd and 6, once again. Gaton on one side. And going ahead and giving that to Gaton. it looks like it was taken down quickly. Maybe got to the line of scrimmage on that one as it goes down to 3rd down. So maybe a yard forward. I say 3rd and 5. They get one more first down before they get the touchdown, so that's not a problem. Let's see, they are inside the 10, so about the 9-yard line right now. So 3rd down and 5 from the 9. Skin Ornelas hands that off, and it will not go anywhere as he is wrapped up legs and body. And that is going to be for Zayden Lujan. So let's say it's 4th and 4. Deep into the territory of the Hawks. And 4th down. So it looks like there was no gain at all, so 4th and 5. So they have the option of going for it, or looks like they're going to go for it. Ornelas gets on to the right. It's going to be 2 to the left, or sorry, 2 to the right, 1 to the left. One of them is going to be Zayden Lujan. It's going to be a pitch out after a quarterback option to Gaton. And that may be just short of the 5. Oh, they did. Let's see. It looks like they did get the first down after all. Let me double check, though. Yes, indeed. 1st and goal. From the 5. They're on the, yep, there it is, right on the line. So it's on the 5. 1st and goal from the 5. Ornelas over there with the usual setup. Looks like he's going to pass or hand that off to Zayden Lujan, but he is grabbed quickly and brought down fast. And that was set up for a loss, which it was. Looked like the defender that got him was Quentin Quinatero, the sophomore. So 2nd and goal. And I'm going to say that it's going to be about a 2-yard loss. So 2nd to go from about the 7-yard line. Zayden Lujan is behind Ornelas to his right. Get on to his left. Hand off to Zayden Lujan, gets up the middle and goes ahead and gets it in for that score of 6 points. So 7 yards out for the run. And Zayden Lujan gets another run and another touchdown for the Panthers. Time right now is 5:20. Now they're going to go ahead and go for 2 on the extra points. It's going to be a quarterback keeper on this one. Ornelas is going to run that one in for the 2-point conversion. 8-0 is the score so far early on in this game. It's, again, 5:20 in the first quarter. We'll be back in a moment as we continue coverage right here on the Jal Panther Network. Thanks for watching.
For over 25 years, Eunice Pump and Supply has been more than just a business. They've been a part of the heartbeat of Eunice. From the oil fields to the classrooms, Eunice Pump and Supply is all in backing the athletes, cheering on scholars, and investing in the future of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply takes pride in their hard-working team, their dedication to excellence, and most of all, the youth. Visit Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, and now proudly serving Lovington at 321 North Main. Your hometown partner and a proud supporter of Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, local, loyal, and proud to serve.
The staff of the Jal Public School District is proud of their Jal Panthers. Those late practices, hard work, and dedication paid off. Go Panthers! Jal schools have continually provided a quality education and safe environment for the students. Jal Public School System is on the move. Are you ready? Jal Public Schools, another proud sponsor of all Lee County athletics and academics.
First possession for Jal, and it becomes a touchdown for them. So definitely on the roll, as it is 8-0 early on in this first quarter, 5:20 remaining in the first. And it will be Jal's turn to kick it off to Centennial. Let's see. One of the players back there for Centennial could be Kobe Garcia. The other one could be Quentin Quintero. Kobe is a junior. Quentin is a sophomore.
All right. Hey, watch the pooch right here. They're going to pooch it right there.
So as you can hear, a little bit of foreshadowing maybe. This could be an outright kick. It is going to be across. It goes to about the 20-yard line, or 20 yards, and gets to the 40. So good field position as that was sent down, or at least put on the ground. And done for Isaiah Nieto, sophomore, for this squad of Hawks. First and 10 from the 40 for the JV squad. Let's see who is going to be at the quarterback position this time around. That is going to be, looks like Aragon Jr., Ezekiel Aragon, I believe. And looks like to his, well, that number is not done. Actually, it's not going to be Ezekiel, as it is a direct snap, and a quarterback keeper. Gets 5, 10, 15, and gets it out even more, actually. He's still on his feet, and one to beat. And it is Navarrete who was able to knock him out of bounds, but not before he crosses the 20-yard line for a huge first down, and that was taken by Aldup, who is a sophomore, 5'8", 150 pounds. Axel Aldup. So their first one already in this first quarter. And again, Navarrete was able to get that touchdown-saving tackle to knock him out of bounds. They're already in the red zone. Second. And let's see. Looks like we're going to get, okay, so hadn't started the clock. Stop that. Now we have the clock starting at 5 minutes and counting. Was not knocked out of bounds after all. So looks like first and goal. No, not first and 10. Can't see where, that is a touchdown. All right, so 2 runs, and that is a touchdown for Centennial and the Hawks. As that is about a 17-yard run. Didn't see who got it, but definitely did see that the run was good. So with 4:40 to go, see about 17 yards roughly. I'm going to go ahead and go for the PAT on that one. And that is going to be Rodriguez, the holder, and Farais, the kicker. And Farais is able to get that one through. And that's going to be a 8-7 game. Jal in the lead by 1. Be back in a moment as we continue coverage right here on the Jal Sports Network, and Jal will be getting the ball back here in just a moment.
The Woolworth Community Library is a proud supporter of the Jal Panthers. They are excited to have their kids back into schools and in sports, all while staying safe. The Woolworth Library staff encourages you to swing by the library and check out all of the cool stuff just for kids. Great reads for all ages. Call 575-395-3268 for library hours and online resources. The Woolworth Library, a proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
Mamacitas in Jal has a broad selection of specials. Try the Mexican food, asado, tamales, enchiladas, and so much more. At Mamacitas, you can have it all. Mexican food, donuts, and a steamy cup of coffee at the coffee shop. Mamacitas has authentic Mexican food from the heart of good old Jal, New Mexico. Mamacitas, 301 South Main in Jal, is a proud supporter of the Jal community.
All right, we are back 2 plays on that possession. And the Hawks almost got back. Well, they are back into it. Now it's just 1 point difference. 8-7, Jal still in the lead. As about to get the ball again with 4:40 to remaining in the first quarter. Thanks for being with me. Shrek on the camera and Ron Gunter right here talking about the game. As that one goes a little bit further out, about the 20-yard line, and picked up. Going to run at least 10 yards, maybe 15, and that looked like it was going to be for Navarrete or Ramos. Actually, it's Ramos. As the offense comes out, they are getting it back again around the 39-yard line. So definitely 39-yard line, 1st and 10, and so that's 61 yards for the Promised Land. Spreading out once again, it is going to be 1 to the left, 1 to the right, 2 in the backfield along with Ornelas. And it is Gaton, looks like, who is going to be, oh no, that's not Gaton, but false start. No, delay a game. Delay game on the offense, 5 yards the other way, and it's going to be 1st and 15. It's hard to do that with, or hard to keep up with it when you don't have a timer in front of you. But definitely a delay game. First one for Jal, 5 yards. Takes that one, goes up the middle, and gets pretty much back to the line of scrimmage, the original line of scrimmage. It'll be short 1 yard, so it'll be 2nd and 11. It looks like they're about the 38-yard line. So going out will be, or going in is Faulkner. Coming out will be Ramos. Should be an interesting call as far as Ornelas. He is, of course, in shotgun once again, same formation. Man to the left and his right, 1 on each side as well for receivers as, again, Ornelas looked like he was going to pass it off or hand it off, but nobody there. So he takes it himself and gets stopped at the line. So far, Centennial in those first 2 plays are stiffening up on the defensive line and making it a little tougher for this Jal squad to get moving. -1 yard on that one is the call. So it'll be 3rd down and about 12 to go for the first down. Which looks like about 11, so 3rd and 11. Ornelas is going to go back to pass, has some time, does throw it, and looks like it was between his receivers. I don't know if that was for Zayden Lujan or if that was for Zekas Ramos. And either way, though, it'll be incomplete. 4th down and 11 will be time to kick. So punting squad's coming out. As we get more and more fans coming out to the stands. So 3:03 to go, and a kick is a punt for Jal. Looks like that is Ornelas who's going to be doing the honors. Hits it, and will be down to about the 20-yard line or less, as he's going to let it go. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Centennial JV squad. Centennial first around, like I said, 2 plays, and they were able to get a touchdown off a run. Centennial coming back out on offense, defense for the Jal Panthers. As they are lining up and getting ready. It's like a slightly, let's see, it may be a different quarterback, number 28. Hands that one off to, looks like there was Aldop again to get a few yards. They're outside. Let's see. Looks like they're outside the 20. Oh, there is a flag on the play. I didn't see it till now. So it'll go back 10 yards because of a hold. 1st and 20. Or is it going to be half the distance? Let's see. No, it's going to go all the way back. So 1st and 20 for the JV squad on a hold. Going to hand that off once again. Looks like he's going to try off the middle and not get much. As it's just taken down quickly. We're going to expect Gaton and probably even Ornalis in on the stop on that one. Looks like he got a gain of 1. 2nd and 19. That's going to be offsides on the defense. Tried to get back in time, but was caught in the neutral zone. It'll be 5 yards the other way. 2nd and 14. The little school of Jal taking on this big squad of JV Hawks. 2nd and 14, here we go. This goes back to pass. Be thrown and be out of bounds. It's like the player was covered rather nicely. That's by David Navarrete. And the player that they were going for looked like that was Merriweather from Rodriguez. So incomplete pass does stop the clock with 1:54 and 3rd down and 14 now for the Hawks. So the first drive was strong, of course, and again so was for Jal, and the second drive was not, as this one is going to get thrown, completed, and will be brought down for possibly even a loss, but it's going to be 4th down either way. And some people got to remind themselves about the sportsmanship. Got to be sporting. As this is going to be kicked. Let's see, where is it going to be from? He was able to manage to get a couple, maybe. Or lost. Either way, it's going to be 4th and long. It's like on for kicking is going to be high, but gets it. Does get it off. Nice spiral. As it goes to Zayden Lujan, lets it bounce, and it'll go out of bounds at around the 40-45 yard line. So let's see where they spot the ball. As the offense comes out for the 3rd time in this game. Looks like there could have been a penalty on the play as well. Nope, there we go. They're going to get it around the 41 yard line. So pretty good field position, just 59 yards to go. 1st and 10. And Jal is lined up. Another one for Zayden. Gets a nice little cut up the middle and makes a good run about, say, 8 yards. So about 7 actually. So it looks like it'll be 2nd and 3. Ornalis sometimes takes this one, or it could be to Gaton. And it looks like Zayden Lujan once again going to go ahead and get that, but could not get back to the line of scrimmage. May have gotten it on his forward progress. We'll see as it is placed. No, he lost about a yard. So around 3rd and 4. Marker did not move, but Well, that is the end of the quarter, so we will go with them as we get to the second quarter. We have a game of 8-7. Jal is in the lead. We'll be back in about 30 seconds as we continue coverage right here on the Jal Sports Network.
Panther Energy is excited for the Jal Panthers and proud of all the Jal students' great success this year. Panther Energy is your one stop for construction, dirt work, and environmental remediation. Panther Energy, 1179 South 3rd Street in Jal, or call 575-395-2654, 575-395-2654 for more information. Panther Energy, a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics.
Iron Horse Sports Grill is now open. Burgers, wings, steaks, salads, pastas, oysters, and tons more, all delish. Check out their full online menu on Facebook under Iron Horse Sports Grill. Open Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Saturday from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. For takeout orders, just call 395-2109. That's 395-2109. Iron Horse Sports Grill, a taste you'll remember. 204 East Kansas Avenue.
As the teams had reminded that they are switching sides, it is the second quarter, and we are in Las Cruces. 8-7 is the score right now. Jal is in the lead by 1, and it is right now a crucial 3rd down and 4, as the markers are needing to be moved as well. So getting that done finally. Actually, it doesn't look like they're right either, but nevertheless, though, there they are, sitting wrong. And yeah, we're going to wait for the chains. It is 3rd and 4 once again. There we go. A little confusion on where they're supposed to be after the change of quarter. Once again, though, we are in the Centennial Hawks school or campus. And it should be a pretty good game as we'll get underway here in just a moment. Still trying to fix the chains. And a couple of delays like this. It is pre-evening on this game. Not evening, but pre-evening so far. Still with the sun behind us. For a little while longer, about another less than an hour. As it is 3rd and 4. Here we go. Ornelas with the keeper as he goes to his left. Trying to get it, and is still on his feet. Couldn't get enough room, though, to get the first down. It will be 4th down as he gets about 2 to 3. And looks like he got to the, let's see, what would that be? 30, 40, 45-yard line. So 4th and about 2, and it looks like they're going to go for it. Midfield. Yep, they're at the 50 actually. So once again a handoff, and this time I'm going to get it for Zayden Lujan as he gets 7 more yards and a first down. That'll be the first down of the second quarter. So nice first down for this Panthers squad as it is now 10:54 and counting. And they are in Hawks territory. 3rd possession of the game for the Jal Panthers. First one was a touchdown, second one not so much. So trying to get back into it after the nice little scamper for a touchdown. Going to go to Zayden Lujan once again and get wrapped up though, but he does get a couple, get about 4 yards. And that's not too bad. We'll take that. 2nd and 6. So there's Zeke is coming out. Looks like once again going in it will be the junior Ian Faulkner. Got you one on the right, one on the left. And Zayden Lujan in the back behind Ornelas. Getting last second instructions. Ornelas is going to hand that off once again. A little hesitation, and he is brought down behind the line. Going to lose a couple on that one. It is now 3rd down and about 7, maybe 8. So it looks like he may have gone back to the original line of scrimmage. So let's say 3rd and 9. as I don't know if the kids that are doing the chains know what they're doing. Timeout though, Jal, as we take one with them. So first timeout of the game, it's 8-7 is the score. We've got 5:34 and on the clock, 9:20 remaining in the first half. We'll be back in just a moment as we continue coverage right here on the Jal Panther Network.
Iron Horse Sports Grill.
The Woolworth Community Library is a proud supporter of the Jal Panthers. They are excited to have their kids back into schools and in sports, all while staying safe. The Woolworth Library staff encourages you to swing by the library and check out all of the cool stuff just for kids. Great reads for all ages. Call 575-395-3268 for library hours and online resources. The Woolworth Library, a proud supporter of Lee County Athletics.
The staff of the Jal Public School District is proud of their Jal Panthers. Those late practices, hard work, and dedication paid off. Go Panthers! Jal schools have continually provided a quality education and safe environment for the students. Jal Public School System is on the move. Are you ready? Jal Public Schools, another proud sponsor of all Lee County athletics and academics.
Jal finds himself in another dire 3rd and long, this time 3rd and 9 as we are in the second quarter, but they do have the lead of 1. 3rd and 9 with Ornelas at shotgun position. Zayden Lujan behind him as he goes and rolls to his left. He's just going to hurl this one, and it will be out of bounds. Looks like that was going to be for Navarrete, but just could not quite get it and was pressured into throwing it early. So with the incomplete pass, that'll be 4th down, 9:13. So about 7 seconds ran off the clock for that one. With them being near midfield. Actually, they may have gotten a really good spot. I don't think they were that far in. I thought they were about 5 yards back, but for whatever reason, they are getting. No, I guess that's it. All right, never mind. Well, either way, it's 4th and 9. I thought that was. That they were closer to the 45, but they're at the 40. So they're going to go for it on 4th down, 4th and 9. Ornelas goes back to pass. He is pressured. He is going to get it in and out of the hands. Looks like that was going to be to Zayden Lujan. And we may have an injury on the field. Looks like we do as we get a timeout going. He is on the ground, writhing in pain. We'll take a break. We'll be back in a moment as we continue coverage right here on the Jal Panther Network.
Panther Energy is excited for the Jal Panthers and proud of all the Jal students' great success this year. Panther Energy is your one stop for construction, dirt work, and environmental remediation. Panther Energy, 1179 South 3rd Street in Jal, or call 575-395-2654, 575-395-2654 for more information. Panther Energy, a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics.
Mamacitas in Jal has a broad selection of specials. Try the Mexican food, asado, tamales, enchiladas, and so much more. At Mamacitas, you can have it all. Mexican food, donuts, and a steamy cup of coffee at the coffee shop. Mamacitas has authentic Mexican food from the heart of good old Jal, New Mexico. Mamacitas, 301 South Main in Jal, is a proud supporter of the Jal community.
Going to find out hopefully soon that our player is all right. Was number 99. I don't have him on my roster, but he is standing up and doing all right. So, but he does have to come out for at least one play from the injury timeout. 1st and 10 though is going to be for the Hawks and the JV squad as they're getting centered, and it's going to be a quarterback keeper once again. Looks like that'll be a short run for Axel Aldop. In fact, he may have just got back to the line of scrimmage. It actually looks like the loss of about 1 yard. So 2nd and 11. As they are set up, lined up at around the 44, let's see, is that, no, the 40-yard line, 41-yard line. So about 2nd and 11. Going to go back and hand it off this time. Looks like it'll be to Aldop from the quarterback. And that time it was Logan Rodriguez, the freshman. Does get a few. In fact, he gets about 4 yards, maybe 5 outside. But 3rd and long, 3rd and about 5. So, so never mind, it's not that many yards. So about 4 yards, it'll be 3rd and 7. Back to pass, and it'll be Rodriguez. And into the out of the hands, looks like it would have been out of bounds, but either way, wasn't able to get it around the 40-yard line. That was for Gavin Woods, the junior, and unable to corral it in. So 4th down once again. Both sides are struggling a little bit on offense. Early in this game, we've got 7:49 to go in the second quarter. And with the ball at near the mid 44-yard line. Going to see a punt. Zayd Lujan back at about the 20-yard line to get the kick. One step and dropped it. Going to go ahead and let that one go as it goes to a Hawks roll, and it's going to go inside the 10 and be near the 5-yard line, looks like. So a bad roll for Jal as it puts them deep in their own territory. Going to be 1st and 10. We'll find out here in just a moment exactly where it's at. But deep in the heart of their own territory. Looks like it will be about the 10-yard line. So 1st and 10 from let's see. Ornelas once again, shotgun. Go ahead and hand that off. And gets wrapped up quickly as he gets to the line. Looks like they're around the 5-yard line, from what I can tell. Either way, though, 2nd down. And about 9. So maybe a yard gained after forward progress. Ornelas once again, shotgun. Gets still going, looks like that is Gaton, and still going on his feet. Another push, like another quick push, and that could be close to the 1st down marker. As it is put down at, and it is a 1st down. Looks like around the 20-yard line. So another 1st down for Jal. And that will be the 5th one of the game. 1st and 10 from the 20. Another handoff. This time it's not going to go anywhere. In fact, he went backwards. Forward progress, though, is going to help. As that was Zayden Lujan once again trying to get the run, but unfortunately, half the defense was all over him. Probably saw the tape from last week and knows he can run the ball pretty well. So no gain on the play. Looks like it'll be 2nd down and 10. Looks like they're on the 15-yard line from here. And it's going to be a keeper and all 3. In fact, that could be a face mask, and it will be a face mask. Maybe just a 5-yarder, but nevertheless, though, there was 3 converging on Ornelas. One of them grabbed his face mask, and I saw the penalty flag fly, and that should be, yep, a penalty. And it could be up to 15 yards. If it is, it'll be a 1st down. Wasn't keeping up with how we got our 1st downs, but keeping up with the fact that we get them. Let's see if they walk off 5 or 15. He's still going, 15 yards. So the 6th first down, first one for a penalty. And that will move the sticks. We are at the 32-yard line. So 32-yard line, 1st and 10 for Jal, another one. And it's first down, Panthers. Oh, and that'll be a false start on that one, most likely. Yes, indeed. Offensive, line judge says offensive false start. And I'll take him back 5 yards. So back 5 yards. Looks like it'll be at the 25-yard line, or let's see, 24-yard line, 23-yard line. Yes. Gaton just next to Ornelas as he passes it. And it will be out of bounds. Unfortunately, that is going to be an incomplete pass. Just unable to get anything going with their passing game so far. 4:53 go to end this first half. Up by 1, 8-7. Jal in the lead and trying to drive again as they had to go from deep in their own territory around the 4-yard line. So far, still going. 2nd and 15 from the incomplete pass. Usually Zayden is pretty good about his hands, but couldn't get that one. Pressured, gets it into the hands of Gaton, and could not get around the corner as it was caught by the defender. Was able to get him on the shoestring tackle. Well, let's see who that was. That was Juan Martinez, Jr. So Juan was able to stop that one. I think they got back to the line of scrimmage. No, they did not. It's going to be 3rd. May have gotten about 2 yards. So 3rd and 13. We've got 4:09 to go with the incomplete pass, or that pass. Another pass. It's going to be down for 2. In and out of the hands. That was it Faulkner? I believe that was, yep, Ian Faulkner, the junior, who had a moment to get that in his hands and went in and out of his hands for the incompletion. 4th down, that means punt. So 4 minutes to go in the first half. And it will be Ornelas back to punt. One more to get on the field and set. Ornelas back there gets a hike. And it will be a high one, a short high one. And will bounce backwards. It will be taken down in the Jal Panther territory. So it's around the 44-yard line for the Jal Centennial JV squad. They have 44 yards to go for the touchdown. Right now, though, 8-7 still. 3:49 remaining in the first half. The Hawks on offense. Jal stacking up the line on the defensive side. Yeah, handoff once again, and looks like that'll be Gaton in there to stop that from becoming a gain. Let's see, once again, the quarterback for Centennial. We've got Logan Rodriguez, the freshman. They've been switching it up occasionally for that. 2nd and 10 for the Centennial JV Hawks. Handoff once again. This time he's going to stutter step and get 3, including Ornalis, as well as Isaac Salinas in on the tackle. And that went nowhere too, and it should be 3rd down, even though it showed 4th down. And the running back was Aldop once again. All right, so they're looking to be passing on this down. Almost had a offsides. 3rd and 10. Pass, go back, it'll be Rodriguez to an open receiver, 1st down as he gets down to about the 10-yard line, so that's about a 30-yard pass, and he gets it down to Merriweather, the freshman. So a 1st and 10 for Centennial. And actually it's going to be 1st and goal at about the 7-yard line. Play goes up the middle and stopped. Looks like they're at the 3-yard line now. Timeout though, as it is 1:55 to go before the halftime. Centennial takes that one during this preview, and we will take one with them. 8-7, and Centennial knocking on the door. We'll be back in a moment as we continue coverage right here on the Jal Panther Network.
Mamacitas in Jal has a broad selection of specials. Try the Mexican food, asado, tamales, enchiladas, and so much more. At Mamacitas, you can have it all. Mexican food, donuts, and a steamy cup of coffee at the coffee shop. Mamacitas has authentic Mexican food from the heart of good old Jal, New Mexico. Mamacitas, 301 South Main in Jal, is a proud supporter of the Jal community.
The Woolworth Community Library is a proud supporter of the Jal Panthers. They are excited to have their kids back into schools and in sports, all while staying safe. The Woolworth Library staff encourages you to swing by the library.
All right, we are swinging back into it as it is now 2nd and goal from the 3. Centennial Hawks. 2 in the backfield as it is Aldup who is going to get the direct snap from the Wildcat position and not get anywhere. Thanks to number 99 who got injured earlier. Actually, no, that was Ornalis, wasn't it? That was Ornalis who got that one. Another nice tackle for him. He has been one of the leading tackles in this on this Jal team. There may have been a couple of yards lost. So 3rd and goal. It's going to be a pass. He's going to pass it into the end zone and miss it off the hands. Let's see, that is going to be, there we go. As the man who tried to get the ball ended up going after it after all. And he is Cedillos. So that's Aiden Cedillos, the freshman. Could not get it, so it is 4th down, 4th and goal. It looks like they're going to go for it. 4th and about 5. Another passing play as he goes to the left this time and gets it into his hands. Is it going to be a completion? It is. And that was a 5-yard pass. Once again, the other side, and this time a leaping catch, does get it to go for number 32. And again, that's going to be for Aiden Cedillos. So off that pass, 5 yards, and it is now 1:11 to go in the first half. Oops, yeah, that's right. And a PAT conversion is on its way. Let's see if it gets it done. Up and through the uprights. So we have a 14-8 game right now. Centennial Hawks with 1:11 to go in the first half have taken the lead. We're going to take a break, come back, and we're going to see if Jal can take advantage of this 1:11 time and see if they can go down the field and be able to get a score before the end of the half. Be back in just a moment as we continue coverage right here on the Jal Panther Network.
The staff of the Jal Public School District is proud of their Jal Panthers. Those late practices, hard work, and dedication paid off. Go Panthers! Jal schools have continually provided a quality education and safe environment for the students. Jal Public School System is on the move. Are you ready? Jal Public Schools, another proud sponsor of all Lee County athletics and academics.
Panther Energy is excited for the Jal Panthers and proud of all the Jal students' great success this year. Panther Energy is your one stop for construction, dirt work, and environmental remediation. Panther Energy, 1179 South 3rd Street in Jal, or call 575-395-2654, 575-395-2654 for more information. Panther Energy, a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics.
With 1:11 to go in this first half, it is a pre-evening game. We've got a lead for the Centennial Hawks, and Jal wanting to come back and get back into this game after not being able to answer 2 scores. They do have 8 points. So 1:11 to go as they're about to line up for the kickoff. Looks like it'll be a tall kid, number 26 for Centennial Hawks, and he is MJ Fries. 6'1" is what he's got listed. And he is ready to go. Kick a little high, but it will take a nice bounce and get into the hands of Xavier Ramos. He's going to back up a couple more yards, but it is still going to be inside the 30, down about the 22-yard line roughly, as it is now 1:06 to go. And Jal with 101.6 remaining to see if they can get down the field and get a score before halftime. Ornelas coming out, and it looks like it'll be at the 20-yard line. So was able to get to the 20. No, actually the 25. So it's the 25-yard line. 1st and 10. As Ornelas confirms with his running back behind him. That'd be Zayden Lujan. One more time. And make sure he doesn't get, did not, as he turns around, fakes the handoff, gets pressured, and tries to find it. Gaetan throws a little behind him, and unfortunately that goes and hits the turf. So it is 2nd down. Looks like there's an injury on the field. He may or may not come out. No less so, 2nd down and 10. We have 1:02, so not a lot of time went off the clock on that one for the incomplete pass. Stop the clock. .102, 2nd down. And this time he is going to hand it off to Zayden Lujan, gets to the left, finds a hole and gets 10 and more. And will be brought down, but not before he gets to the 47-yard line. And that is 27 yards for his effort. So 1st down. The 7th one for the Jal Panthers. One more and they'll tie their score, but they don't want to do that. They want to get points, not 1st downs. As this one goes, once again, a handoff. And a nice run, too. Another 1st down for, this time around, looks like that was a different running back. Yes, indeed, Isaac Salinas, sophomore. He went in for one play, and he's out. Another run, and this goes to the right once again. Doesn't get as many yards as before, just gets about 3 for Zayden Lujan. And there will be a timeout because of that with 22 seconds remaining into the first half. So we're going to see an aerial strike on this one, or are we going to continue to see the ground attack as it is down to one timeout remaining for Jal. 22 seconds to go. We'll take a timeout with him. We'll be back in just a moment. We'll continue coverage right here on the Jal Panther Network.
Panther Energy is excited for the Jal Panthers and proud of all the Jal students' great success this year. Panther Energy is your one stop for construction, dirt work, and environmental remediation. Panther Energy, 1179 South 3rd Street in Jal, or call 575-395-2654, 575-395-2654 for more information. Panther Energy, a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics.
The staff of the Jal Public School District is proud of their Jal Panthers.
All right, we are back as it is second down is 7. But 22 seconds remaining. The clock is more of an asset or a liability than it is field position. As coming back out again, once again, it's going to be Salinas. Going to go back to pass for Ornalis as he's going to heave it to Zane Lujan and has a double team. Was in the end zone but could not get to it. Is about 4 yards away from him. So 3rd and 7 as that clock stops the clock with 15.4. So trying to get a score back, trying to get back into this game, possibly even the lead once again with a 6-point deficit. So 3rd down and long. And there was a flag on the play. I did not see that. So either way, looks like it's going to go back 10 yards on a hold. So we're going to repeat the down. 3rd down at about 17. Or 20. Let's see. Ornalis hands it off and gets it up the middle. Looks like a good run. Gets most of that yardage back from Salinas. And with 0.3 seconds to go, stops the clock. One more play as it'll be 3rd down. And about 8. So 3rd and 8, one last play to go unless there's a defensive penalty, and that will be the end of the first half. So as you can see, everybody is huddled up trying to figure out what they need to do or what they should do to get one more opportunity to get a score. They should, the only way really they can do it is to be able to heave it into the end zone. And again, unless they can get a defensive penalty, that will end this first half. Both sides have debated, examined, and thought out what they want to do. Looks like it'll be a spread off our defense for the Hawks, the JV squad. And Ornalis still with Zane Lujan on one side on the right. And that could be Ramos on the left. Got away from pressure, and he's going to go ahead and throw it in the end zone with 2. And he caught it! Zane Lujan caught it, but no, he was out of bounds. Oh, my God, that was so darn close. I thought he actually had it in there. He did catch it, was able to get down, but when he landed on the ground, he was out of bounds. And that's a unfortunate thing, too. It could have been a real good game with the almost tie score. Lujan did a great job, but just could not keep that in bounds. And it's kind of hard to see over there because it's a thin white line. As it looks like we're going to go into halftime. And we are 14-8. JV Hawks are in the lead, and Jal is going to have to kick it off and to start the second half. Once again, Zane Lujan looked like he had a touchdown, but instead goes out of bounds. We're going to take a pause, be back in a moment to continue coverage as we get to the Jal Sports, whether you're on HobbsBurger.com, YouTube, or even on Kicks on the Facebook page. Thanks for watching. Be back in a moment.
Mamacitas in Jal has a broad selection of specials. Try the Mexican food, asado, tamales, enchiladas, and so much more. At Mamacitas, you can have it all. Mexican food, donuts, and a steamy cup of coffee at the coffee shop. Mamacitas has authentic Mexican food from the heart of good old Jal, New Mexico. Mamacitas, 301 South Main in Jal, is a proud supporter of the Jal community. The staff of the Jal Public School District is proud of their Jal Panthers. Those late practices, hard work, and dedication paid off. Go Panthers! Jal schools have continually provided a quality education and safe environment for the students. Jal Public School System is on the move. Are you ready? Jal Public Schools, another proud sponsor of all Lee County athletics and academics.
Panther Energy is excited for the Jal Panthers and proud of all the Jal students' great success this year. Panther Energy is your one stop for construction, dirt work, and environmental remediation. Panther Energy, 1179 South 3rd Street in Jal, or call 575-395-2654, 575-395-2654 for more information. Panther Energy, a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics.
The Woolworth Community Library is a proud supporter of the Jal Panthers. They are excited to have their kids back into schools and in sports, all while staying safe. The Woolworth Library staff encourages you to swing by the library and check out all of the cool stuff just for kids. Great reads for all ages. Call 575-395-3268 for library hours and online resources. The Woolworth Library, a proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
Iron Horse Sports Grill is now open. Burgers, wings, steaks, salads, pastas, oysters, and tons more, all delish. Check out their full online menu on Facebook under Iron Horse Sports Grill. Open Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Saturday from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. For takeout orders, just call 395-2109. That's 395-2109. Iron Horse Sports Grill, a taste you'll remember. 204 East Kansas
For over
Avenue.
25 years, Eunice Pump and Supply has been more than just a business. They've been a part of the heartbeat of Eunice. From the oil fields to the classrooms, Eunice Pump and Supply is all in backing the athletes, cheering on scholars, and investing in the future of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply takes pride in their hardworking team, their dedication to excellence, and most of all, the youth. Visit Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, and now proudly serving Lovington at 321 North Main. Your hometown partner and a proud supporter of Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, local, loyal, and proud to serve.
Well, as far as first downs go, Jal is leading on that one, and they've had 9 altogether with 1 penalty, and most of those have been running. In fact, actually, I think all of them have been running except for maybe 1, but nevertheless, though, it is a tight game, 14-8, and Jal opened it up first with the score. It was a Lujan run about 7 yards with a 2-point conversion from Ornalis, who ran it up. And that was 8-0. That was 5:20 to go in the first. And then just less than a minute later, it was Aldup. After 2 plays, they got the ball, first possession of their own. And they were going to get it to, I think it was Aldup who ran it, 17 yards. After a PAT, it was 8-7. And then just under the wire, it was less than 2 minutes. It was about 1:11 to be exact before the end of the first half. And it was Cedias with a pass that he got from, I do believe that was the quarterback known as Logan Rodriguez, freshman. And they got a nice little touchdown of 5 yards. The pass, a 4th down, by the way, and made the score 14-8. We almost had a nice little comeback with a Hail Mary, time running out. Ornalis was able to get away from evade the sack in the backfield, launched it in the end zone, and was able to get it to Zayden Lujan, but he was out of bounds when he went to the ground. And unfortunately, that is what counts. So close but no cigarette or cigar, as we have 5 minutes to go in the first half, or in the halftime. And this game is looking pretty good, though. It had been a 2-game streak for Jal, and also they have a 2-0 record on the road. Would like to get that to 3-0, and this is a non-district game, so they're kind of tuning up, trying to see what they need to do as far as become more of a threat. They have next up Loving, which is a good team, and Eunice, which is a great team, and they're playing in Eunice, and so that's going to be a tough road to hoe. At least they got Logan at home. Sorry, not Logan. They've got Loving at home, and Loving is going to be interesting to see because they had a good first half of the season, but they've lost a couple of them, including to Eunice, and they are down in the district, and they're probably desperate to get a victory. And that's something that we'll see tomorrow, of course, as they are playing. But next week for certain, as they travel to Jal and try to see if they can steal one away from the Panthers. We've got about 3:50 to go. Let's take a little break as well. In fact, actually, let's go ahead and just thank our sponsors outright, because without them, you know we would not be able to put these on the air. We'll be on HobbsAmerica.com or YouTube. And let's thank Woolworth Community Library, along with El Reconcito Enchiladas, EP&S, Mamacitas, Iron Horse Grill, Sports Grill, along with Jal Public Schools, Lasco Construction, and Panther Energy. Always get energized from them. Let's get a little break here. We got 3:15 to go before the half is over with. We also have some warm-ups after that. Be back in a moment as we continue coverage right here on the Jal Sports Network.
The staff of the Jal Public School District is proud of their Jal Panthers. Those late practices, hard work, and dedication paid off. Go Panthers! Jal schools have continually provided a quality education and safe environment for the students. Jal Public School System is on the move. Are you ready? Jal Public Schools, another proud sponsor of all Lee County athletics and academics.
Panther
The Woolworth
Energy.
Community Library is a proud supporter of the Jal Panthers. They are excited to have their kids back into schools and in sports, all while staying safe. The Woolworth Library staff encourages you to swing by the library and check out all of the cool stuff just for kids. Great reads for all ages. Call 575-395-3268 for library hours and online resources. The Woolworth Library, a proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
Panther Energy is excited for the Jal Panthers and proud of all the Jal students' great success this year. Panther Energy is your one stop for construction, dirt work, and environmental remediation. Panther Energy, 1179 South 3rd Street in Jal, or call 575-395-2654, 575-395-2654 for more information. Panther Energy, a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics.
Looks like we're about 41,070 feet above sea level as we are here in Las Cruces at Centennial High School on the campus. And it is the JV squad who is in the lead right now, 14-8. We have a little bit more to go before we get into the third quarter. Halftime is still on. And I hope you are enjoying this game. And I know we're all looking forward, at least the Jal Panther fans, are looking forward to a second half rally comeback, even though Centennial is going to get the ball first. They have scored twice so far in this game, and Jal was also hoping to see if they could extend their streak to 3 against this squad. Nevertheless, so far just has not come up their way. That's why you play this game, though. You can't just determine it off the paper. There are factors in it that determine this game, and definitely should be a good one for the second half as well. I think this is their first time out. This is their first time they've trailed at the half against this squad in the last couple of years. Of course, this is the second time for Coach Satterwhite to face him. Last year had a good turnout, and it became a 47-28 victory. Although now that I think about it, it may have been flipped the other way around. Can't remember actually if they won or not, so let's not say that. Let's just say that they're losing right now, and they're going to come back in the second half, make some adjustments. And Coach Satterwhite is going to get this team for a victory. Starting off with defense, get a little stronger, and maybe we can get some passes to be complete. That would help as well for the Jal Panther cause. Centennial out here, and there's a long walk from the locker room. So it'll be another minute or two. They're going to get a little bit of a warm-up, although that walk over there is pretty much a nice little warm-up as well for the squad. I like the mountains in the backfield. It sets a nice little tone, I think. It's not Field of Dreams like the varsity team plays, and it's definitely not the team we saw last week. If you watched the Hobbs Centennial game last week, as Hobbs was able to win on that one, but that was 44-33 was the final. Hoping to see a similar ending as far as Jal being able to pull it off against this 1-4 squad. They've only won one time here, and that was against Artesia. Final score on that one was 25-7. So no time difference on the clock. Let's go ahead and take a break. Be back in a moment as we get third quarter action started. Jal will be kicking the ball off to Centennial. We'll be back right here on the Jal Panther Network.
The Woolworth Community Library is a proud supporter of the Jal Panthers. They are excited to have their kids back into schools and in sports, all while staying safe. The Woolworth Library staff encourages you to swing by the library and check out all of the cool stuff just for kids. Great reads for all ages. Call 575-395-3268 for library hours and online resources. The Woolworth Library, a proud supporter of Lee County Athletics.
The staff of the Jal Public School District is proud of their Jal Panthers. Those late practices, hard work, and dedication paid off. Go Panthers! Jal schools have continually provided a quality education and safe environment for the students. Jal Public School System is on the move. Are you ready? Jal Public Schools, another proud sponsor of all Lee County athletics and academics.
Got about another 15 minutes of sunlight before we get into the evening or pre-evening of Under the Lights, and looks like the lights are turned on. So it'll be interesting to see how much coverage those little lights do show, but nevertheless, though, it is lit up as we are about to get underway. It's at about 14 minutes now for the sun to go down, and then it'll be a little darker. As Jal will try to lighten it up on their own and try to get back into this game. Down just by 6. Hope everybody is enjoying it out there as we had to travel. It's 269 miles away from Jal, just in case you wanted to know that. But it is going to be a quick kick. Like Ornalis is going to be doing the honors on that one. Wind has calmed down a little bit. Feels like it's in the 70s right now. Also good football weather. And again, once the sun goes down, it'll be a little cooler. And that wraps up your weather report. Here we go with the football. Third quarter underway now. Ornalis back to kick. And gets the whistle. Here we go. We'll get it. And it'll be taken. Nicely done, about a 4-yard gain for that one as it was in the hands of Quentin Quatero, sophomore, who has done quite a few things in this game so far, if I'm getting his name right. Don't have a roster for this JV squad, but they are at the 50 right now. So half the field to go, not a bad position to start off the third quarter. So 1st and 10 from the mid-range, 50. Looks like it'll be Aldop, who is going to be in the running back position. And for quarterback, Logan Rodriguez. Hands that off to Aldop and gets a couple. Not before being brought down. First one that got him was Jaden Walker, the freshman, for the Jal Panthers. Forward progress may have given him a yard. And sure did. So it's at the 49 now of the Panthers. 2nd and 9. So Rodriguez once again at shotgun. It's like 2 on his right. And he's going to go back to pass to the right. And it's going to be dropped out of bounds anyway, I do believe. And let's see. I think that was almost like what happened earlier with Cedillas, as he could not get to the football and keep it in bounds. Third down is what we've got, 3rd and 9. So it'll be trips to the right. Coverage is slowly getting over there for the Jal Panthers. And shotgun once again, maybe a handoff this time for Rodriguez. He's going to go back to pass. He's going to pass to the right once again and get it over his defender. Looks like first down and more, as that is 3 on him. Had to get him down. Looked like it was close to the out of bounds, but no. Merriweather was able to retain it and get the first down as well. So it is the 3rd first down, only the 3rd first down for this squad. And that's the 2nd time they did it off the pass. So 1st and 10. This time it looks like it's going to be at the 35. Hand off, and it's going to be a nice run off the middle and to the right, and looks like he is going to go in for the touchdown. 35-yard run. That looked like it was off the, could have been Aldup or Rodriguez, either way though. 35-yard run for the TD for Centennial. Once again, quick strike on their opening possession of the 3rd quarter. 10:35 to go. And that was a run, 35 yards. Going up for the PAT will get them the 13-point lead. High snap, kicks the ball, and it will go up and on through for the extra point. 21-8 is the score right now, and Jal needs to come back after 3 unanswered scores. Try to see if they can get this ball back into their control. 10:35 is what we've got on the clock. 3rd quarter. We'll be back in just a moment as we continue coverage right here on the Jal Panther Network.
Mamacitas in Jal has a broad selection of specials. Try the Mexican food, asado, tamales, enchiladas, and so much more. At Mamacitas, you can have it all. Mexican food, donuts, and a steamy cup of coffee at the coffee shop. Mamacitas has authentic Mexican food from the heart of good old Jal, New Mexico. Mamacitas, 301 South Main in Jal, is a proud supporter of the Jal community. The staff of the Jal Public School District is proud of their Jal Panthers. Those late practices, hard work, and dedication paid off. Go Panthers! Jal schools have continually provided a quality education and safe environment for the students. Jal Public School System is on the move. Are you ready? Jal Public Schools, another proud sponsor of all Lee County athletics and academics.
Quick strike from the Centennial JV Hawks, and it is now 21-8. Going to go ahead and get the kick lined up and get that done. Let's see, it's going to be number 26, the MJ Fraze. As he does a good job booting it. And it will be going out of bounds. Should be at the, oh no, it didn't go out of bounds. Some extra room over there too, as it looked like it was. See, was that Zayden Lujan that got the ball? That forced him inside the 10-yard line. Looks like about the 8-yard line. 1st and 10 for Jal Panthers. And another bad set of field position for the Panther squad. So it's been pretty much that going on so far in this pre-evening game. See where they're at exactly on here. Marker shows about the 10-yard line. And it will be Zayden Lujan to try to get something. Could not get around enough defenders. And looks like he's going to be back to the line of scrimmage. He did get 2. 2nd and 8 for the Jal Panthers. 2nd and 8 and a little bit longer in the huddle. So you got Gatan on one side and Zayden Lujan on the other. It is going to be Ornalis who's going to get the ball and keep it. And up, quarterback option, going to get it to Zayden Lujan. He's going to round the corner on the right and get tackled out of bounds. And a penalty also, so it may be a late hit on Centennial. I saw the flag happen after the fact, and it's usually that's when it does. So that was taken down. Zayden Lujan was taken down by Xavier Vargas. Vargas is a junior. Going to see about the call. Personal foul. Yep, unnecessary hit. First down is going to be the call, and that'll be, it probably would have been a first down or close to it with the run. However, definitely off the penalty. So the first down of the 3rd quarter. Oops. So it'll be all the way up to 35-yard line. So 1st and 10 from the 35 for the Jal Panthers. Going to go ahead and hand that off to Zayden Lujan again. Goes ahead and get a nice little move around and gets possibly 5 yards, maybe even 6 off that move as he juked and spun and kept the ball as well. So about 6 yards looks like is what he's got, maybe 5. Yeah, it looks like it'll be, can't see the ball, but up there it is. It is 6 yards, so 2nd and 4. 6 yards for Zayden Lujan as gets back into it, and he is behind Ornalis once again. Going to go ahead and keep it this time. He's going to run to the left, get a hole, and he's going to find 5, 10, 15, 20, and he gets knocked out of bounds about the 25-yard line around the 30. So 25-yard run for Ornalis. First down again for Jal. Closer to 23 yards nevertheless, though. 1st and 10 once again. But there was a hold call, so it's going to go all back. I thought he was going to get one, and turns out that is not going to be the case. Looked up at the wrong time. So a hold was what the reason was, is he was able to get that hole. And so his efforts go back. So it'll be 2nd and short, looks like. So 2nd about 2. So 2nd and 2. And once again, hands it off to Zayden Lujan, who's able to get up near the line of scrimmage. Had a couple of blockers, but could not get around them or the defense. And that'll be back about 2. So 3rd and 4. Sunset should be happening just about now. Actually, it's going to be about 5 more minutes, that's right. 3rd and about 4. As they are on the 43-yard line of Jal. So 3rd down actually, and going for 3rd and 4. And that time got tripped up. May have gotten to the line of scrimmage and more. Could have been a huge gain, but instead it gets tripped up. And that would be a first down, though, for Zayden Lujan and the Jal Panthers. So 1st down, Jal. The Panthers are slowly getting back into it, trying to get some momentum. Yeah, easy for me to say. As last week, 150 yards for Zayden Lujan, 79 for Ornalis. Trying to do the same thing this week as well. Looks like they're going to get more of their yardage in this 2nd half. And penalties everywhere should be, or probably is going to be a false start. as it stopped the play. And it will be a false start on the offense, going back 5 yards. And that'll be 1st and 15 now. Still not the worst thing that could happen, but you always want to move forward, not back. 1st and 15, they are at the 40-yard line. Trying to get to the 45 of Centennial. Now it's going to be run around the side, and did get a few yards for Zayden Lujan. Made a huge hole in that, about 12 yards roughly. It'll be 2nd and short. About, 2nd and 4. As it gets into the hands of Zayden Lujan once again, he finds another hole and breaks through, gets into the secondary, and is able to get the first down on that one. Another running first down for the Jal Panthers as it goes down about another 12 yards or so. Gets it to the 38 or 39-yard line. So 39-yard line, 1st and 10 for Jal and the Panthers. They're racking up those first downs. They just need to get some scores to get back in this game. First and 10 is actually just going to be a different quarterback. We'll find out in a moment as the handkerchief went out. Nice run, but I think that's going to come back. It's going to be a hold against the offense. Meanwhile, I saw that Jal had Landon Edwards, the freshman, out there as quarterback. Let's see. I don't see Ornalis. No, there he is. He is being looked at right now. So while Ornalis is getting wrapped up, this will go back about 10 yards. Still first down. Going back to the 48. So 2nd and 20. Ornalis out for the moment. Fumbled on the ball, and as it goes to the ground, he is picked up but could not get any forward progress off that one is Zayden Lujan. It's a bad snap for the freshman quarterback. It will be further back about another 4 yards. So having to do with a different quarterback as well as a long 2nd down. 2nd and 24. Back behind inside their own territory once again. Second and 24. Confusion as I tried to hand it off, but instead another loss in play. He went from one side to the other. Zayden Lujan was not where he thought, or where the quarterback thought he was going to be. Landon Edwards tried to get something going, but like I said, went the wrong way. Speaking of going the wrong way, Jal is going the wrong way, going back to 3rd down and very long. And they're down, let's see, it's 8 more yards, so it'd be 3rd and 32. Edwards at the quarterback once again. This time hands it off to Zayden Lujan. Could not get anywhere, tried to get some momentum, but slipped and fell. It'll be a punting situation as he did get a couple of yards, but unable to get more than that. So it'll be, let's see, that's the 45. So 4th and 32. And here we go with the punt. And it goes out of bounds at around the 35-yard line. So from the 35-yard line, 1st and 10 for the JV squad of Centennial. And we'll be back in just a moment as we continue coverage right here on the Jal Panther Network.
The Woolworth Community Library is a proud supporter of the Jal Panthers. They are excited to have their kids back into schools and in sports, all while staying safe. The Woolworth Library staff encourages you to swing by the library and check out all of the cool stuff just for kids. Great reads for all ages. Call 575-395-3268 for library hours and online resources. The Woolworth Library, a proud supporter of Lee County Athletics.
3:36 to go in this third quarter, and it is a snap handoff to Aldop, who gets away from one, but loses more yardage as it is a convergence of Salinas and Lindman. Zayd Lindman, the freshman, who was able to get on that tackle. And, Satterwhite said that these two teams are young, both of them are. And Jal just trying to get some help, although with the quarterback situation right now, needing some as Ornelas is trying to get Suter back up again. Second down and long. Looks like about 15 for this Hawks squad. Rodriguez going forward, trying to get change of call. Goes back to pass as he is going to be pressured. Rolls to his left. He's going to run for it, and he may get. Yeah, there's a horse collar, unfortunately, as that was Salinas who was trying to get him, but instead grabbed the back of his jersey. And another one that was after there to get him or get close to him, that was Jaden Walker. Walker's a freshman. So the run won't amount to much. It did get positive yards, but unfortunately horse collar tackle is going to be an automatic first down for this Hawks squad. They have not had too many of those. It'll get them near midfield, and it may get them into, Jal territory. So at the 45 of Jal, 1st and 10 for the JV squad. It's a nice little run, but tacked on was the 15-yarder for the horse collar tackle. First and 10, Centennial. Going to be another handoff, and met at the line, David Catan, along with Sebastian Zavilla, who is a freshman. A lot of those freshman calls. First down went to second down and about 13. Second to 13 once again. Lights are coming on strong now. Goes to the right and gets thrown as tipped by, looked like that was Ian Faulkner, the junior, and it goes out of bounds, incomplete. Nice pass defense by Ian Faulkner. Third down. So one of these teams that does like to pass it around, like I said, they do like to spread it out. They get it over to the right and try to get it in the hole, and that one did not get accomplished. Back pass once again, little screen play to Aldup, and he's going to get, he's running east and west. He should be running north and south, but instead gets down to about the 40-yard line. Not enough for a first down. It will be fourth down. He got about 5 yards out of that whole run. Tried to get around the corner, but instead could not find anything but the out of bounds. She may have gotten a little bit more than 5. So about 4th and 6. Once again, looks back at the coach, changes the play. Are they going to pass or run? That's the question. Going to go back to pass. Rodriguez throws to his left this time. Double team and intercepted. That is going to be by Zane Lujan. He is down by contact. There is a penalty against this Centennial team, but it won't matter because it'll be waved off. There was a hold called against that one, and result of the play will be interception. Decline, first down, Jal. So with 1:21 to go, down by 13, and they've got to come back strong, and this is the way to do it. Let's just see where this ball is at. They have the markers on one side, and we've got the flags on this side. So it looks like they've got 15-yard line. So they've got quite a ways to go. 85 yards to be exact to get that touchdown. To get back into this game. 1st and 10, 1:21 to go in this third quarter. And a handoff, and that's going to be a huge gain for Gaton, looks like. And yes, indeed, he got it to. There's a injury on the field. So it looks like he got 10. They're going to move the markers? Yes, indeed. First down for Jal. A timeout on the court, on the clock, with 1:14. Man down, and we will, just like it looks like a cramp, so it'll be just a 30-second. Be back in just a moment as we continue coverage right here on the Jal Panther Network.
The Woolworth Community Library is a proud supporter of the Jal Panthers. They are excited to have their kids back into schools and in sports, all while staying safe. The Woolworth Library staff encourages you to swing by the library and check out all of the cool stuff just for kids. Great reads for all ages. Call 575-395-3268 for library hours and online resources. The Woolworth Library, a proud supporter of Lee County Athletics.
Mamacitas in Jal has a broad selection of specials. Try the Mexican food, asado, tamales, enchiladas, and so much more. At Mamacitas, you can have it all. Mexican food, donuts, and a steamy cup of coffee at the coffee shop. Mamacitas has authentic Mexican food from the heart of good old Jal, New Mexico. Mamacitas, 301 South Main in Jal, is a proud supporter of the Jal community.
All right, looks like the player was able to get up on his own after a couple of stretches, and that is Bryce Carrillo. Bryce is a sophomore, 5'7", 175 pounds, so he'll just have to get out for at least one play. As it is 1st and 10 for the Jal Panthers. We've got 1:14 to go in this third quarter. One more quarter to go, and they are down still 21-8. See if we've gotten any change in the quarterback. No, it is still Landon Edwards, who tries to run it around the outside to the left and is caught for a loss as he continues to try to adjust to the position. So it'll be a loss of about 4, maybe 3. Just couldn't get the afterburners to go on that left-hand side to try to gain some yardage. 2nd and 12. Landon Edwards once again taking that one, giving it off to Zane Lujan. Hesitates for a second and did not get past the line, at least the defensive line. Did get to, let's see, that would be, looks like the 30. So go back to the original line of scrimmage. Will be 3rd down. Maybe he got a yard to boot. A couple of yards to be exact, 3. We'll call it 3rd and 9. Time does expire, though, on the clock, as it is now going to be the start of the fourth quarter. We'll take a pause. We'll be back in a moment as we continue coverage. 21-8 as we get into the fourth quarter, into the third, and Jal wants to get a score or two to get back into this game. We'll be back in this moment as we continue coverage right here on the Jal Panther Network.
Panther Energy is excited for the Jal Panthers and proud of all the Jal students' great success this year. Panther Energy is your one stop for construction, dirt work, and environmental remediation. Panther Energy, 1179 South 3rd Street in Jal, or call 575-395-2654, 575-395-2654 for more information. Panther Energy, a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics. For over 25 years, Eunice Pump and Supply has been more than just a business. They've been a part of the heartbeat of Eunice. From the oil fields to the classrooms, Eunice Pump and Supply is all in backing the athletes, cheering on scholars, and investing in the future of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply takes pride in their hard-working team, their dedication to excellence, and most of all, the youth. Visit Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, and now proudly serving Lovington at 321 North Main. Your hometown partner and a proud supporter of Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, local, loyal, and proud to serve.
Well, we've got a tight game here with Ornelas with his shoulder wrapped and third down. And will be thrown down to the ground as it is Landon Edwards who had the quarterback sack on that one, or got the quarterback sack from it. And lost a few yardage. 4th down, and it looks like it'll be punt situation again. Like to see, do we have that stat for Edwards? No, we don't. But it looks like he's about 5'0". Short guy, but still going out there and doing the best he can in the quarterback position that Ornelas has been so well at. 4th and long, about 13 as it's punted. Short punt though, but it does get a Jal bounce. Goes to the 40, down to the 35. May not go much more than that. Trying to get it to go, but did not. And that is going to be picked up by Ramos. So it'll be a 1st and 10 for this Centennial JV squad. 11:19 to go in this game. 21-8, 13-point lead for the JV squad. Jal wants to see if they can get a quick stop, or better yet, get a turnover, be able to get back in this game with a quick score. They still haven't answered 21 unanswered points for the JV squad. Direct Wildcat snap to Aldup as he goes around the left-hand side on the other side of the field and gains about possibly 5, depending on where the spot is. Looks like it will be 5 yards. As the lights are on strong, no longer a pre-evening, but a evening game. Sun is down. 1st and 10, or 2nd and 5. Will be a quarterback keeper on that one as he goes up, finds a hole, and gets a long run. One to beat, and he is going to score. And that looked like it was a 55-yard score for Aldup. And fortune goes strong again for this JV squad. 10:32 remaining in the 4th. And it was once again 55 yards. Lining up for the PAT. And Jal looking at a possible first road loss of the season. High snap, going to go ahead and get that kicked, and it will be I didn't see a signal on that one, so I guess it was no good. But the scoreboard hasn't changed either. So for right now, I'm going to say it's 27-0 or 27-8 with a PAT fail. And we're going to come back in just a moment as it is 27-8. 10:32 in this game. We'll be back in a moment as we continue coverage right here on the Jal Panther Network.
The Woolworth Community Library is a proud supporter of the Jal Panthers. They are excited to have their kids back into schools and in sports, all while staying safe. The Woolworth Library staff encourages you to swing by the library and check out all of the cool stuff just for kids. Great reads for all ages. Call 575-395-3268 for library hours and online resources. The Woolworth Library, a proud supporter of Lee County Athletics.
10:32 left to go in this fourth quarter of the game, and it is 27-8. So it is a bit of a hole. 3 scores is what Jal needs. Unanswered points, though, and that is actually they did get that score of 28. So I wasn't certain if they got the PAT or not, but it is put on the board, so I will do that as well. 28-8, 20-point differential. Jal can still get it, but they need to get some points instead of first downs. And it is whistled dead, so it looks like it'll be a either an offsides or a false start. And that'll be false start against the JV squad. So after a moment, they did change the scoreboard. Going to go back 5 yards and kick again. Going to be interesting to see. I think Edwards is going to go back out again as quarterback. Looks like it is Ramos. Not Ramos. It is Navarrete going back for this kick return. This one will go back to him. Actually, it's going to go to his left or right. He's going to pick it up at the 9-yard line and try to scurry around. Didn't run like I thought he was going to. I thought he was going to go to his left, but instead tried to run forward and got a few yards. So Jal will start again, 1st and 10. So it'll be first down, Jal Panthers. And it is now 10:25 to go in the game. 3 scores down, 20 points to be exact. 28-8, and Jal looking for some answers. They were hoping to get 2 in a row, and they've only done that one at a time this season. Last season, only won 2 games the whole season. Looking to see if they can improve from last season. So far, have won 3. Looking to see if they can get their 4th. Edwards is going to go ahead and keep that one and run to his right and get tackled down quickly after getting back to the line of scrimmage. So no gain on the play. 2nd down and 10. As everybody is towering over Landon Edwards. Set next to Gaton. He's going to hand that off to, looks like that is Zayden Lujan. Zayden is going to find a hole and run, zigzag a little bit before he gets tackled and gets brought down. And it looks like he could have gotten to the 30. As it is Faulkner out and Ramos in. So it is 2nd down and 5. Actually, it should be 3rd down and 5. So 3rd and 5. And a run. Not a flag afterwards, so that was Gaton, who could not get anywhere, but in the backfield, actually in the secondary, that's where the flag flew at. And this could be against Centennial. We shall see. And the call is personnel hold against Jal, unfortunately. And let's see if they take it or not. They are going to walk it off. So that is third down. They walk off 10. They're in about 12 this time. And Jal just unable to get anything going with Landon so far, although they do have a good handoff, and it does go around the corner, but not enough for a first down. May not even be back to the original line of scrimmage. As that was Zane Lujan once again. And it will be punt situation, as it is going to be 4th and about 12. $8:25 to go in this game. Some substitutions are coming in for Jal. And everything going the wrong way for Jal. Kick high in the air and a short one as it bounces the wrong way and does get a little bit of a roll, but will be inside Jal territory. That is going to be at the 38-yard line for Centennial. So 38 yards, and then get another score quickly, as it's right now a score of 28-8. We'll be back in just a moment as we continue coverage right here, continuing on the Jal Panther Network.
The staff of the Jal Public School District is proud of their Jal Panthers. Those late practices, hard work, and dedication paid off. Go Panthers! Jal schools have continually provided a quality education and safe environment for the students. Jal Public School System is on the move. Are you ready? Jal Public Schools, another proud sponsor of all Lee County athletics and academics.
1st and 10 for the JV squad, as it is going to be another Wildcat one going to the left. It is Aldrup who is going to get a good gain as he gets some blocks around the left-hand side and gets that one down to about the 15-yard line or less. First down, though, for the for the Centennial squad. So it started at the 35, went about 15 yards. Looks like it's at the 20. So 1st and 10 for Centennial. And while Centennial is able to get a few of those first downs, Jal is unable to get any as of late. Another direct snap to Aldrup, and he gets out of bounds, but they do give him forward progress, so they continue running the clock. 7:45 and going. It'll be 3rd down now, or 2nd down actually, and 11. So 2nd 11 for Centennial. And the JV Hawks still looking as they're near the end, or near the red zone. Rodriguez had the ball, handed it off, and will be a run of 21 yards. That time around, it'll be in the hands of their running back or runner. A quick strike, 21 yards for Quintinaro. And that run will bring him another 6 points. And with 7:06 remaining, the PAT is up. And that one is good. So it is now 35 unanswered points for this Jal squad, as they have a 35-8 deficit with 7:06 to go to be exact. And we'll be back in just a moment as we continue coverage right here. Jal to get the ball back. Let's see what they can do with this one this time as we continue coverage right here on the Jal Panther Network.
Panther Energy is excited for the Jal Panthers and proud of all the Jal students' great success this year. Panther Energy is your one stop for construction, dirt work, and environmental remediation. Panther Energy, 1179 South 3rd Street in Jal, or call 575-395-2654, 575-395-2654 for more information. Panther Energy, a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics.
So Jal down to the last couple of opportunities, 7:06. One of the things that they were able to do last week was control the clock. This week, they still have a bit of a good control of the clock, but that's only because Centennial has not taken much time to be able to score. They've gotten some good field position, while Jal, on the other hand, has been buried deep in their own territory. Here's a good kick as it goes into the end zone, and that is going to be a touchback. So one thing at least, some things are going right for Jal, just not enough to be able to get momentum to go forward. And with Ornalis out from his injury, looks like a shoulder injury. He's got that taped up, and he's not suited, so he won't be in the game this week. He may not be in for the rest of the season. Don't know. Hoping for the best, as he's got a massager, and it's on his right shoulder. Trying to see if he can get healed up again. He's been going through some injuries this year. Last week, though, was one of his better games, and was able to get through it without being injured. 1st and 10, as we should have, it's like a different quarterback out there. It could be Christian Rangel. But he has to throw under duress. It gets into the hands of Navarrete, and he does get out of, he almost got out and away for going out of bounds around the 20-yard line. So it was a short gain after all, but could have been a loss. It was prevented by Rangel, who got out of the defensive clutches and was able to get it over to let's see, it looks like actually in the end all that was a get back to the line of scrimmage. So Navarrete got the ball, was able to get some yardage, but in the end it was just 1 yard. 2nd and 9. Going to be a handoff once again, this time to David Gaton, looks like. He goes all the way down to the almost the 30. Let's see. Can't tell how many yards that is from here. There we go. 3rd and close, so 3rd and about 2 yards. So he does get a good gain off of that one. As Jal is playing against Eunice in volleyball today. I believe they're in Eunice. We'll talk about that. Jal has had a pretty decent season so far, and looks like there may have been a turnover. Let's see. There's a fumble possible. No, in the end, it was just could not get any forward progress. In fact, it is going to be 4th and long. 4th and there it is. Okay, so now I'm seeing the perspective. So no gain on the play. 4th and short. 4th and about 2. And Jal is definitely going to go out there and try to get that first down. Rangel with the ball, hands it off to Zayden Lujan, who gets, actually that is not Zayden Lujan. He's going to get a big run off of this one, as that is Salinas. And he is brought down around the 40-yard line of Centennial. So about 25 yards. Actually more like 30, maybe even 32 yards off that run for Salinas. First down, Jal Panthers. So now in the enemy territory with 4:41 to go. I believe that was their first down of this quarter. And it is Salinas once again Gets it around the right-hand side. Clock's still running, so it didn't go out of bounds. And coming in is Faulkner with the play. It's a timeout. Oh, and it's going to be, looks like they had an injured player for Centennial as he was limping off the field. And that is going to be Cisco Sandoval, the freshman, who is having trouble and limped off the field. Second down and a makeable 6. This one is handed off once again to Gaetan. Gets back to the line of scrimmage, maybe a little more. Saying that they got the ball, but it was whistled dead. Oh, no, they did call it a turnover, and Centennial gets the ball. So just like that, it was not called dead. It was a turnover on a fumble. And Jal loses another opportunity to be able to score on that play. 3:27 to go, and all the Centennial Hawks have to do is run out the clock, and they get this game 35-8, but still, with 3:27 to go, Jal with their final timeout. And we'll see what happens now. Jal on defense. Getting some players out there late. And the whistle is going to blow the play dead. I think there's going to be a timeout on the floor, or on the court. Sorry. On the field. And I think that's going to be Jal's last timeout. And if that's the case, that's unfortunate. They just could not get their personnel out in time. 3:27 to go. We'll be back in a moment as it is 35-8. 35 unanswered points against Jal. We'll be back in a moment and continue coverage right here on the Jal Panther Network.
For over 25 years, Eunice Pump and Supply has been more than just a business. They've been a part of the heartbeat of Eunice. From the oil fields to the classrooms, Eunice Pump and Supply is all in backing the athletes, cheering on scholars, and investing in the future of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply takes pride in their hard-working team, their dedication to excellence, and most of all, the youth. Visit Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, and now proudly serving Lovington at 321 North Main. Your hometown partner and a proud supporter of Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, local, loyal, and proud to serve.
And a running on that one as it is taken up the middle. Still going on his feet as it is brought down. That time it was not wasn't unfortunately taken care of before he got the first down, but taken down by Gonzalez, Ellis Gonzalez, the junior. And that was a huge run for a first down as well. As the player gets off the field. Final scores for the Eunice Jal volleyball. It was 25-23. Eunice won the first game. 26-24, tight one. And Eunice wins the last one, 25-10. Tackle at the backfield, and that is going to be an injury, unfortunately, to boot for Jal. They do not need any more of those. And it was, I believe, 55, Hector Barrera, who went down on that one after the tackle. And let's find out, though, as we go into break for a moment and be back. It is Jal Panther Jal Panther football right here on Jal Panther Sports.
Mamacitas in Jal has a broad selection of specials. Try the Mexican food, asado, tamales, enchiladas, and so much more. At Mamacitas, you can have it all. Mexican food, donuts, and a steamy cup of coffee at the coffee shop. Mamacitas has authentic Mexican food from the heart of good old Jal, New Mexico. Mamacitas, 301 South Main in Jal, is a proud supporter of the Jal community.
The Woolworth Community Library is a proud supporter of the Jal Panthers. They are excited to have their kids back into schools and in sports, all while staying safe. The Woolworth Library staff encourages you to swing by the library and check out all of the cool stuff just for kids. Great reads for all ages. Call 575-395-3268 for library hours and online resources. The Woolworth Library, a proud supporter of Lee County Athletics.
It is Sebastian Zavalla who was injured, and he is walking on his own, so at least he's got that, but he does have to come out for at least one play. It is 2:57 to remain in this game. 35-8 is the score. Second down, and it will be man in motion, as he does hand it off to the man in motion, number 81, who gets a good run before being taken down and thrown to the ground. And that'll be, let's see, who was the one that got him down? Daniel Gamaz. And that was, I believe, 81. Oh, we don't have, no, wait. Yep, 81 out there and do not have. Nope, there he is, William Lewis, sophomore. Was able to get that one. Third and short, though, as the clock is down to 2:13 and counting. So about 2nd and 4. One more first down, and that will be the end. Jal does have one more time out. So Rodriguez gets the man in motion, and that could be a legal shift. Let's see what happens. Looks like they're going to walk back 5. Oh, delay of game. So 5 yards back. 2nd and 9. Make it 2nd and 10. Or 3rd. It goes off to the left-hand side, runs, got 5 yards off that one before he fell to the ground. May have fumbled the ball. Not sure about that. Let's see what the indicator shows. Nope, it's 4th down. So the runner of that for Centennial is Renovato. 4th down and about 6. Make it 4th down and 7. Back to punt. I'm going to kick this one, and it will be, looks like it may go out of bounds, or it's going to go before the goal line. If that's the case, it'll be buried deep into Jal territory. Looks like not a touchback, but at the 1 or 2 yard line. Bit of a fitting end for this game, as it is Edwards out there. Lennon Edwards coming back. And yes, indeed, they buried him deep in the in their own territory with just 45 seconds to go. Jal's going to see if they can get something going on the offense. .6. Here we go with Jal, 1st and 10. Closer to the end zone. Actually standing in the end zone as they get the ball hiked to Rangel. Looks that is going to be Zayden Lujan. Goes out of bounds though. That is Salinas, who has been taking over the running position. And thought he ran it out of bounds, but nevertheless, though, it is down to 27 seconds. Still, clock is still ticking And that could be the final play, unless they get one more. That run only got about 1 yard out of it. Down to 8 seconds. Quick snap as it goes down to 3. Gets it handed off and will be to Zane Lujan, who is still on his feet. Swirled down, and that will be, actually that was 2, not to Zane Lujan. But that final run was for Landon Edwards. So Edwards is able to get a few yards, but the play is over with, and the game is as well. Final score 35-8. And next week we'll be in Jal as we have senior night for the seniors as they go up against the Loving Falcons. I believe last time I saw was 5-3. They get play tomorrow, and it should be a pretty good game. Lovington. The Jal Panthers once again come up short after going the distance in the first quarter and not being able to score after that. 35-8 is the final score. We'll be back next week. Thank you very much to Tiffany Stuber back at the station for making sure that we get this on the air. On No Mark Broadcasting for our sponsors as well. I'd like to thank them out loud because we've been doing that all night long, so we can do it one more time. Of course, we have them on the banner below. I'm talking about Woolworth Community Library, El Reconcito Enchiladas, along with Mamacitas, EP&S, Iron Horse Sports Grill, Jal Public Schools, along with Lasco Construction and Panther Energy. I am Ron Gunner. Thanks for having me, along with Max Streck. We want to thank everybody for joining us. And we'll be back again next week, same time, same channel. Actually, it'll be Friday, 7 o'clock at Jal Stadium. Thanks for watching once again, and you have a good evening, and enjoy the games tomorrow.
The Woolworth Community Library is a proud supporter of the Jal Panthers. They are excited to have their kids back into schools and in sports, all while staying safe. The Woolworth Library